This video will present a quick and dirty overview of the Enigma Visual Simulator. I'm Mark Hallross. I happen to be a ham radio operator. My call is Kilo Delta 5 Romeo X-Ray Tango. And I write software just for the fun of it. This particular piece of software simulates the Enigma machine used by the Germans during World War II, as well as other versions of the Enigma machine that preceded it. And so I'm going to give a quick and dirty overview of this Enigma Visual Simulator. You tap anywhere on the screen, we go to the operational mode. In the operational mode, there are areas for indicating the installed plug wires, if the particular model of the Enigma has plug wires, the keyboard that you actually type for input, the light board, which is the temporary visual output that they used to write down the translation of the characters by the Enigma. Got a simulation of a tape, so that actually on this particular simulation, instead of having to write down what the lights indicate, you just read it off the tape. This particular, right at the moment, it powers up defaulting to emulating the M3 model of the Enigma from circa 1939, which actually utilizes 3 wheels. From this view, the operational view, you can preset the wheels to whatever characters are shown in the codebook by tapping above or below the wheel. Sorry, this is not real steady here. So I can preset any of those wheels. But if I want to simulate either a different machine or one of the pre-stored configurations, you press on the Enigma logo to go to the configuration screen. From here, you can set any of the plug wires. I'm sorry, actually, let's select our machine first. So right now we're emulating an Enigma M3. My machine choices are M4, circa 1942, Enigma D, Racket K, Swiss K, or the M3 as it powered up by default. So if I go select an M4, you'll notice that an additional wheel shows up here, and the software is written so that I can only select components that are appropriate for the particular machine that I was emulating. Sorry. And get back to my M4. So I have only a thin B reflector and a thin C reflector. The number of characters in the tape groups is for your convenience. You can select between none. That means every character is contiguous next to the previous. 3 characters per group, 4 characters per group, 5 characters per group, or as you already saw, 6 characters per group. I can change the ring setting on any of the wheels among the 26 possible settings, and 01 means the default. So, for example, any of these. I can change the wheel number, and again, it only gives me the choices for wheels that are appropriate for this machine. Well, the M4 had up to 8 wheels, so I can put the wheels in any order. And in fact, I can even have identical wheels because they were able to use multiple sets of wheels. And adding plug wires. Let's say I want A and Z to be connected. So I press the A button and I press the Z button. Okay, and it turns purple and shows that A and Z are connected to each other. If I want F and S, sorry, oops. Oh, okay. So once I've made an invalid selection, my pointer is not working very well. If I tap anywhere in that invalid section, it pulls that wire out. Okay, so F and S I said. So now F and S are connected. Okay, so that's manual configuration of the machine. In addition, I have simulation of standard messages which are available at the Crypto Museum for validating proper operation. So let's go select one of those standard configuration. Now, I have a standard M3 and a standard M4, so I can always get back to a base level machine. But in addition, I have an example message from 1930, for which we had both plain text and ciphertext. Example message for Enigma D, Railway K, and Swiss K. This will set up the machine in the configuration that Alan Turing used during his Enigma courses or classes from 1940. Let's go. Okay, this is a message known as Barbarossa from 1941. And the most interesting one to me is a message that was captured from the U-boat U-264 in 1942. We found messages on board that had already been sent. So now we had the plain text message as well as the ciphertext. And we also found the code book on that U-boat. So we had everything necessary. So if now by selecting to activate, or I'm sorry, to load up the appropriate configuration for this particular U264 message, just hit the load button after selecting the quick setup. Notice it's an M4 machine from 1942, had the thin B reflector in it, tape grooves was 4, and then the B reflector, the ring was set at the default position, wheel number 2, default position on the ring, wheel number 4, default position on the ring, and wheel number 1 with the ring rotated to position 22, and with these plug wires. So to actually make use of this configuration, I hit the activate button. We'll go back to the operational screen. And now I don't have the text in front of me, but if I were to type the actual message, the encrypted message that was captured, I'm sorry, the encrypted message that was already received over the air, I would get back the plain text message, or if I were to type in the plain text message, I would get the encrypted message that was received. I'll just type gibberish characters to demonstrate the action of the keyboard and the light board. So if I press a K, you'll notice that that K got transformed into a U. I'll just keep pressing Ks. And when the wheel gets to the Q, I'm sorry, wheel number 1 gets to the Q position, okay, on the very next key press, the rollover on this particular wheel is from Q to R, so you'll notice that the second wheel will also advance. Okay, so that's an example of the rollover. And in addition, it's a little bit hard to see on this output or this video because of the brightness of the display, but you'll see the tape is showing the output from the encryption that we just did. And if I want to clear that tape anytime, just tap on the tape. So that's the operation. You see, I'll just press continuous J's and you see the lights lighting up as I press the key. And that's the quick and dirty overview of the capabilities of the Enigma Visual Simulator, again, which runs on the Arduino Uno using an Adafruit touchscreen display. And this is Mark Colross, amateur radio call sign Kilo Delta 5, Romeo X-Ray Tango. Thanks.